check. I added all the moderators, and I'm so excited. I don't know how to unpin that thing. We can leave that. Julia couldn't be here, so she tagged later. If you're in the room, be sure to like so we can get people in, and we're going to try to do this nicely. I wanted to set the guidelines so only subs can join. Can y'all hear me? Is it going? Let me see. I don't know if it's going. Is it going? Hey, hey. Y'all hear me? Hey, Red. I sent you my email, burnbeauty2018@gmail, because I'm trying to figure out how to keep my visibility from being limited by all the rude comments that came. Right now, I'm going to get on my iPad and see if I can limit the chat to only subscribers so that people who come by can't do it. Hey, everybody. Jeanette. J Jisma. Hey, hey, what's up? We're going to do some makeup. I made a written list of, okay, thank you, Red. A list of narcissistic red flags so that we can stay on task. I want people to understand that they're not alone. Good afternoon. Hello. We got a lot of mods in. A few are managing mods. Y'all let me know how that needs to be shifted or adjusted because I don't really know the difference. But I'm about to go into, hey, everybody. Everybody come in. I am Burn Beauty 2018, and I am a domestic violence burn survivor. And when I say that, hold on. Gotta go to, hold on. Do not disturb. When I say that, a lot of, okay, Grady has to drink water loudly when I come on. That's a rule. My screen blurry, or is it my eyes? Yeah, great topic. Okay, hold on a minute, y'all. We're getting ready. It's like your mother gonna like spit on it. Might have made it worse. My eyes are blurry today. Y'all tell me. They said hello to you, Grady. He's been having a temper tantrum about his food. I feel like it's blurry. Mitzi, is it blurry? Do I need to clean the screen more? My contacts are blurry. People don't understand my struggle. Move my mic. Okay, good. Good. All right, y'all, welcome in. When I say domestic violence burn survivor, some people last time were like, pick a struggle. Well, when I say that, I mean I'm a burn survivor because my husband set me on fire. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to have a very quiet one at home. Probably just us. I might go out, but I don't want to leave Grady. You know, like why leave my baby? Hey, Herbs. Jesus loves you. I got to get in here and try to set one comment. Y'all come in. We're going to do some makeup. I've got mostly Huda Beauty out today. I want to do a simple look because we're coming into the holidays and we're going to do a red lip. Give me a minute. We're going to limit comments. My husband lit me on fire because he's a sociopath. It's like, why did the serial killer kill people? He's a narcissist, and we're going to talk about a lot of the signs because I wasn't being abused physically all those years. We were together 15 years. I wasn't being abused physically. That means he's crazy. That means there's no reason to set somebody on fire, sugar. Bless your heart. Let me see if I can change just one setting. But yeah, so he set me on fire. Don't feel sorry for me. I have a good life. I have a really good life. Oh, thank you. Thank you, girl. That is, oh my God. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Have you been through narcissistic abuse? How do I get that pin? Have you been through narcissistic abuse too? Because a lot of us have, and it feels like an epidemic. Grady, lay down, sugar. I'm working. You're not getting anything else to eat. That's it. You wouldn't eat for 2 days. Now that's what you eat, baby. Lay down. He's standing there looking at me like he is trying to bully me. Thank you so much for the comment. That's amazing. People don't understand narcissistic abuse, and the only way to change that is just to teach them. We don't know what we don't know. So that's why we have to share. We have to share because, people just, I didn't know. I didn't know. It says, who can post in my community as subscribers? Who can comment? Who can comment? Who can comment? I don't know if there's a setting for that. If you see one, Nitsy Boo, or anybody, go for it. I don't see a thing for comments on new videos and messages in your chat, basic. Subscriber, moderation, basic, and the community. All right, I have no blocked words, but I'll talk to my partner manager and see if I can make it so only subs can subscribe. I want y'all to have a good time in here. It's not to be mean or anything. I just want y'all to have a good time and don't be stressed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't believe this. Look at the way my day is starting. That's an unbelievably, amazingly kind gift. Hey, Lisa, man, it is hot. All right, look, I gotta do one thing because I'm gonna burn up. I'll be right there. Y'all keep chatting. I'm in Los Angeles now, so it gets hot, ridiculously hot, but then it gets ridiculously cold at night. Sometimes I don't think the houses have insulation. Thank you for the gift. White girl, are you okay? Oh. Why would your husband set you on fire? Why would somebody do something like that? The reason people ask that question is because we can't imagine being that evil. We're good people. Thank you for the hearts. Get the thing moving. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Well, girl, that's amazing. I just love this. Let me see. How do I get... Okay, now. I want to make it so I can see everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I really don't know how to use this very well. I've got the comment up. Oh, I know. I should click on the comment. That's amazing. I want to see what y'all are saying. Did it hurt? Yeah, baby. It hurts. Ayo, everybody come in. We need thousands of people in the room. I don't know if we're going to get that today, but there will be a live replay. And the reason we need that is so we can spread awareness. I am Tonya Meisenbach. Lay down, Grady. And he's a sociopath. That's the reason. Because there's no reason to do anything like this. But if you mean what led to it, it's that he's a narcissist and I wasn't forgiving him for something he did. Like, typical narcissistic abuse. They judge your reaction and not their action. That's one of the red flags. I am a 3rd and 4th degree burn survivor because on December 18th, it's almost been 7 years, of 2018, I had the last narcissistic thing. Oh, thank you so much to the turkey. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. If I don't say your name, it's because I can't see everything. Thank you, Galaxy Looping. Thank you. I'm trying to do y'all know how Huda Beauty does, because these are Huda Beauty clips. I'm like, can I clip my hair, my wig, the way Huda Beauty always clips? I can't remember what it looks like though. I'm a burn survivor, y'all. My name is Burn Beauty 2018, and I'm a 3rd and 4th degree burn survivor. I was set on fire by a narcissist. What are some of the warning signs of narcissism? I bet a lot of you are in here. We're going to do some makeup too. He's not in jail. Which sounds shocking, but it's kind of par for the course when you're dealing with a narcissist. I mean, there's a lot of narcissists in power in the United States right now, and they're not being punished. So think about it. A lot of times they don't get punishment, and a lot of times just crimes against women are not prosecuted as a whole. As a whole, these are the least prosecuted crimes. In domestic violence and human trafficking are the least prosecuted. So always use one of the first signs of road rage of narcissism, because that's one of the first things I noticed. We're going to do like a simple red lip today. I know I'm fidgeting around because I'm trying to find everything. I'm going to do Huda Beauty. I've tagged everything in the video so you can shop it. Thank you about the jewelry. Everybody be sure to subscribe when you come in. Please subscribe. Click that like button. I think you have to double click to do it. That's what I was told. I'm not sure. But make sure you give it a thumbs up because that really helps me with my engagement. The last video we did the other day has limited monetization. I don't know why. I think it was because of all the bad comments. No, he is a narcissist. And a lot of narcissists are sociopaths. He is a narcissist, and narcissists are that dangerous. Thank you for subbing. Narcissists are that dangerous. Psychopath, sociopath, and narcissist, they're all up there. It's not harmless. It's not harmless. Oh, wow, Forgiven 19. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, Forgiven 19. Do y'all see that? What a freaking day. Yeah, he can be both, right? Like two things can exist at once. Thank you so much for that gifts. If you see the little box at the bottom, it's where you can shop. God's Green Eye, D4 Angel. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I'm going to cry because last time was so bad. Honestly, you have to remember we're human. And somebody sent me a really sweet comment that said, it's a good reminder that you're human, even though we see you as superhuman. And that really hit me. Like, it's not people ignoring how you feel. It's people that see you a certain way because of social media. Thank you so much for the gift, God's Green Eye. Thank you so much, everybody. Look at all those gifts. God is good all the time. I'm going to use Easy Blur Primer today, and I tagged it in that little card. It's Huda Beauty. I have the minis. She sent me the mini. Look, it's the mini PR box. So thank you for the makeup brush. Shout out Sterling. Thank you, Mr. Unimaginable. They're all minis. We're going to do this. Look. Shut up. I'm going to do some Huda just with the red lip, a simple holiday look, because I actually have a red lipstick that I'll have to tag after the show. It's not in this shop, but it's a partnership with Metaluso. It's a beautiful red, and I'm going to use it today. I'm going to show you Metaluso and Burn Beauty 2018. But we'll get to that. These are so cute. Minis. We're going to do some, just some primer. Oh, this is the brown one. This is the, what is this called? Bronze Fudge Primer. So it gives you this glow underneath. I'm going to get rid of my eye masks. Those are Peter Thomas Roth. I didn't really leave them on long enough, but we got to keep moving. Right? I want to save the minis for travel, but I don't have anywhere to go. It's just like, oh, I love the minis so much. And I love the Bronze Fudge Primer. It's very blurring. And do you see how it's adding like a bronzer to it underneath? Thank you. My nails are awesome. I tagged them in my community in one of my posts. They're by Nail Vesta. If you go to my page, please subscribe if you're in the room. And go to my community and you'll see posts there with links. And I definitely tag the nails. I don't know that I've really used this primer very much. It's very blurring. You see what's happening? But it's blurring, but it's mattifying, and I like to really glow. So, thank you, everybody. I will. We're going into the best season of the year, right? Unless you're with a narcissist. So somebody earlier said I wouldn't call him a narcissist, I would call him a sociopath. No, narcissists are dangerous. That's what I want to talk about. I'm American. I'm black. But miss. Oh, my nose was done by Dr. Mark Mani in Beverly Hills and Dr. Neil Vranas. Dr. Mani, oh, this is crazy. Dr. Mani actually did Huda Katan's nose a few years ago. She researched it for a few years and then chose him. He's the man in Beverly Hills. He's not advertising, he's not chitty chatting, but he does like all the stars, and he's been doing all the stars for probably 20 years or more. He's like that guy in Beverly Hills. So it's beautiful. And he did it with Dr. Vranas, and he was just getting his board certification. And look at it. I had no nostrils before, if y'all don't know. My hair clips are from the Huda Beauty PR box. It's from this PR, the blush lighters. So maybe if you look for her blush lighter, you'll find the silver clips. All right, we've got that on. I don't think I'm going to use the Huda Beauty foundation, but that's really, I still have a glow, but it really, really blurred, didn't it? And it's thick. I like this. I like this. He did do an amazing job scaring the kids. Well, don't scare your kids, sugar. Don't look at them. I get a little cheeky, so y'all just bear with me. It's just my nature. A little cheeky. Narcissists are dangerous. Road rage is one of the first signs I saw, and it would scare me. Like so, he would be so aggressive driving, and I would be so anxious, right? I would be scared, and he didn't care that I was scared. That's the thing. Lots of people get road rage. I know. You shouldn't be. You need to take a breath if you are, but I get it. But I'm scared, and he wouldn't stop because he's using it as control. Period. They use it as control. Anyone who respected you would stop. And they're very aggressive because they feel entitled. So on the road, it's really difficult to to for them to feel like they have the right of way. They need to go. You know? Lots of people are not good, but there's a pattern for narcissism. It is very specific. Okay? Very specific. Walking way ahead of you. That's one that used to drive me absolutely nuts. Everywhere we went, he would walk way ahead of me. Y'all comment if you can empathize with it. And everybody coming in, welcome. I'm Tonya. I'm doing makeup. I'm a 3rd and 4th degree burn survivor. Thank you for that. That's so cute. Because my husband set me on fire. The confidence is not something that I had before I was burned. So that's usually why people comment on it. You know, you don't need any extra level of confidence to have a facial difference. It just is what it is. You don't get a choice, you know. ColourPop 153C foundation. You know I use this all the time. And my skin is super smooth. Grady, please stop having temper tantrum. Come over here if you need something, sugar. You waited since yesterday to eat. He is a bully. He is spoiled. Maybe he'll come by and see y'all. I might have to get him something because he's not going to stop. Definitely use the creams. There's lots of good skincare with tripeptides and Oils, definitely use the creams. That's how I got my skin smooth, because skin grafts look like this, okay? And my face looked almost like that in the beginning only 7 years ago. You see that foundation? Does it look like I'm putting on foundation? This is under 20 bucks, okay? I was burned 7 years ago. Listen, if you guys are in the chat and you can answer some of the questions of the people coming in, that would help me a lot. Because I do want to talk about that, but I really want to talk about narcissism, because my goal is to save somebody today. To save somebody who's going through it and doesn't realize how bad it is. And maybe they decide to walk away finally, because they realize it will never change, because it won't. It won't. When people ask the question, why did he burn me? I think it's because you can't understand how somebody could do that. But you certainly couldn't ask me why he would do that to me. You certainly can't ask the victim why somebody did something. But he was having a narcissistic temper tantrum. You know, we talk about that a lot, right? Oh, the narcissists, sometimes they have rage, they reach out, you know. They might even have temper tantrum like a child on the floor. Thank you for all the gifts. But, you know, my husband, I'd been with him 15 years, and he had been doing things like the road rage, always walking ahead of me. I would literally be running, trying to keep up with him. But he was 6'4", and I'm tall, I'm 5'7", but I could not keep up. And no matter what, he would not slow down. But when he walked with other people, he would be walking with them. They do it because they want to keep you in your place. You know? I still have some pain, yeah, but it's mostly joint pain and nerve pain. I was set on fire with lighter fluid. I have some story times posted, and I'm going to post one just dedicated to this, like a short one, as a matter of fact. I need it now that I'm doing lives. I was set on fire. We were sitting by the fire pit, and he had lighter fluid and a lighter. And he did it 1 month after we renewed our vows. The second time we renewed our vows, y'all. The second time we renewed our vows, he did it. And this was in 2018. So we renewed our vows in the French Alps, and then a month later, he was mad that he had behaved badly while we were renewing our vows. Literally, like, disappeared one night while we were in Geneva, Switzerland, because that's what he always used to do at home. And I was mad. I was pretty much done, and I think he knew that. And of course, I'm not with him. I was with him for a while before I remembered that he did it on purpose. But you can't. You wouldn't stay with anyone that set you on fire. I mean, for God's sake, not willingly. So I wasn't forgiving him quickly enough, and he had a narcissistic temper tantrum, and those are dangerous. Let's try this peach color corrector by Huda. I don't know if I tagged it, but I actually want to see if I do this. I'm just kind of playing with this, really. Thank you for that. That's cool. Ruled, free speech, cloaked. How long was I on fire for? Too long. I don't know. It felt like a pretty long time, but it couldn't have been more than, what, 30 seconds, a minute, or I wouldn't be here. Couldn't have been more than that. Thank you for the floating heart, Izzy. If I don't say your name, I'm sorry. Describe a narcissist in 3 to 5 words. Let's do that, because we're doing not even questioned, not convicted. We're doing narcissistic red flags, and if I were to quantify them, the things that most bothered me, that most kept me like in my place. Silent treatments, and he would try to do the silent treatment at home, but I would just laugh. I thought he was like joking. Like, if you're pouting and not speaking to me, I didn't understand that, because what adult does that? So eventually he started just disappearing, right? Like, turn off his phone, disappear, stay gone all night. One time he stayed gone 2 days, y'all. What do? I stay with him because I think he does all these things because he's oh, thank you so much for those. I think he's an alcoholic, and I'm standing by him. You know, I'm standing by him. I need to help him. And it's been 15 years of the same thing, and it's getting worse, obviously. It never got better. You know, people think it's going to get better. It got worse and worse and worse until this. So, gaslighting, making you doubt your reality, telling you that this, I mean, they will literally do something and then tell you they didn't, and you know it happened. You know, I mean, it's like a CIA. It's like a tactic, okay, y'all. It's a covert tactic. It's the same way that people are controlled in human trafficking by like a PIMP. There's tactics. It's psychological warfare, right? He's a Aquarius. I'm Aries, Libra rising with my moon in Pisces. He's Aquarius with his moon in hell. Thank you, Lioness. I admire you so much. How do I stay positive? I think this is how I stay positive, y'all. By by talking about it and making sure that my pain isn't for nothing, that it helps people, that it helps someone else get away. So, gaslighting, which is the just telling you like that the sky is green instead of blue and standing by it. Gaslighting is not lying, okay? When someone lies to you and you catch them, they admit it. Normal people will be like, okay, if you show them proof, like, look, I know that you did that. Here's a picture of you. A normal person will say, okay, man, I'm caught. Thank you, Sketchy, for the 100. A narcissist will double down on it. And the narcissist will say, what are you doing getting that picture of me? Did you go through my phone? Are you following me? What's wrong with you to do that? Why are you watching me? Why are you questioning me? That's gaslighting. It's not a lie. Thank you for subbing, Lioness. I'm still trying to get divorced from him. I'm obviously not with him. Thank you. Everybody in the room, if everybody in the room will do the thumbs up for me, that will help me so much. I've told everyone in the other lives, I have a play button. The next one is 1,000,000. And I want to have that because this narcissist told, I'm on a show. This narcissist told me, he would tell me like, no one would ever follow you. You couldn't be a manager because we had a business. No one would listen to you. You're crazy. And he did that because he saw me actually running things. And I believed it. I was like, okay, well, probably not that good. But now we're going to get 1,000,000 subs. So that's another thing out of the 3 for the narcissist. Love bombing. This dog. What am I going to do? Y'all hold on. I got to get my dog a treat because he is not going to stop. Actually, I'm going to give him a bowl of food. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Bitchy Donut. Thank you so much. I wish you a very, very happy holiday. We're about to go into the holiday season. Boy, if you're with a narcissist, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. Thank you so much, Bitchy Donut. The restraining order is ended, and it didn't work anyway. He violated it. They don't do anything about restraining orders. They're paper. Hold on, I got to get something for my dog. Here. Eat this, okay? Eat this, sugar. I'm not giving you anything else. You're going to eat your turkey and rice, okay? People think I'm not feeding you. Now you've got the food. You have a choice. He's a chocolate lab, and he's very, very stubborn. He's sneaking around. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. My hair is a wig. Oh, as soon as he saw the camera. He doesn't like the camera. He turned and ran because he saw me turn the phone. You can eat, sugar. You don't have to do anything. There's your food. I'm pretty much alone for the holidays, but I'm happy. I'll be working, reading, rocking with Newly show. Yeah, he did. My ex did this to me. The narcissist I'm talking about did this to me. This wig is driving me nuts on this one side of my head. It's like they put too much hair, and it's got a bump that really bugs me. Welcome to the priority shout out. Thank you, Ibrahim. Starseed, thank you so much. Bless your heart. Starseed. He is not in jail. So let me get that out while I'm talking. He's not in jail. Let's talk about love bombing, which is what we're about to say. Love bombing is when somebody is over promising you everything. They're overly in love. You've only been on 3 dates and you're the love of their life and they can't do without you. Yada yada yada. Well, he even did that to me. Thank you for the floating heart. Thank you for the sign. He did that. You're being bad. Stop it. You're being bad. I'm trying to work. You're not getting anything else. You have to eat your healthy food. You're 126 pounds. He has to. He's lost 10 pounds. Man, a lab will give you a run for your money over food. This is some ColourPop concealer. I'm going to use it on my lid. And I only used the color corrector so far by Huda Beauty on my nose area here and my under eye. And I'm putting it, this is just a shade lighter than my foundation. And this is how I make my under eye bright. I don't wear a super baked bright under eye. I've got these bags. And they're not my favorite thing about me, so why draw attention to? It's going so fast. Priority. Thank you, Lioness. Priority shout out. Lisa we were so amazed I've overcome everything. The hardest part, Lisa, was forgiving myself, and that's what I've been working on the past year. Forgiving the part of me that would wake up from a coma and believe that this man did it on accident. You know what I'm saying? You have a part in it. I mean, he's bad, he's lying. But the part of me that knows deep down in my gut that he did it. I didn't remember everything at first, I didn't remember everything. But I knew he had been a horrible person to me for many years. And when I woke up, he love bombed me and said, I'm sorry. I've been so terrible to you. I almost lost you. I will never be bad to you again. I will take care of you for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry about this accident. Right? I'm so sorry. Thank you, JOH761. And he said, I almost lost you. I can't believe it. I wrote a journal. He kept a journal. And that journal I thought was because he loved me so much and he wanted to tell me everything that was going on while I was in the coma. But in reality, he kept asking me when I got home, did you read it? He wanted me to remember what he was telling me. Remember. I'd been in a coma for 2 months. I had 3rd and 4th degree burns after this happened. My entire face had to be replaced. Both arms and my upper chest and upper back. I had a tracheotomy. I had a feeding tube in my belly. I couldn't eat, drink, walk. I could barely talk. And I'm waking up and he's telling me, I'm so sorry about this accident, And I believed it. My life had been so bad with him. This is something I realized the other day. My life had been so bad with him that when he told me that he was going to be better to me because now he realized how much how he'd been treating me bad, that made me happy. Because I knew I couldn't live the way I'd been living anymore. My face before it got burned, I had these little red marks on my face. And I'd forgotten this until the other day. I saw a picture of myself right before I got burned. And I had these little red marks all over my face. They weren't bumps. I don't know what they were. But it was something I know it's caused, being with a narcissist will cause autoimmune disorders. It will cause you physical illness. And I had gained a lot of weight. I would drink wine as soon as I could in the day. I was smoking packs of cigarettes like a freight train. my anxiety level was like up here because I was always waiting for what he was going to do next. And I couldn't stand it because every time he did something, it was like him telling me that he didn't care. And I couldn't understand how he didn't care after 15 years and everything I'd done for him. That's how it works. That's how you get sucked in. I saw a young lady that's on another platform she had talked about how her boyfriend had punched her in the eye, and she had broadcast it and talked about it, and then she was saying that she went back to him. And people were berating her. Don't. That's not the way to get her to leave. Shaming her and telling her she's not smart, just like he is not going to help her. You just have to try to understand, like, man, why would somebody do that? I know she's not daft, you know? So why is that happening? You got to look at the person doing it, you know? What are they doing? They are bad. And that's the only way we can get change. And that's why I talk about it. And people say all kinds of things to me. And it was really hard because I believed him at first and I defended him, even when people were telling me that no way he did it on accident, right? We had been sitting by the fire pit when it happened. It's not like he just, got a fire. But everybody was telling me there's no way that it was an accident. Lots of people made YouTubes about it. I was like, no, I remember what happened because I remembered that love bombing when I was waking up and him telling me how bad the accident was and that he's so sorry and he can't believe it. And you're so strong, baby. I love you, baby. And he enjoyed that time, y'all. He enjoyed that time that he was in the hospital acting like the doting husband. Even though, he had told him, like, what is it? Like, there was just a flash fire. But he's the one holding the lighter fluid. So how did it flash and get me? The police didn't investigate it because I'm black and he's white. And we were in North Georgia. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to tell you flat out. That is why they didn't investigate. They closed the case in 8 hours. I was still in a coma. You know, I was never questioned. And I woke up to the love bombing and thought, well, yeah, I remember what happened. I remember reaching out and getting into the stream of lighter fluid. I remember this. Okay, it's an accident. And now my marriage is finally going to be better. I always said that every time I told my story. My marriage got better, but it didn't because he's still a narcissist. He can't control that. Even after doing all that and basically getting away with it, or at least he thinks he has. We're not going to discuss any of those kind of things. But, getting away with it, he still had to be a narcissist. He still had temper tantrums. He stole my pain medicine. He was an addict, but I didn't even know it. He had been doing methamphetamines for a decade, and I didn't know it. Do you know why? Because his behavior was so outrageous all the time. And I thought everything was because of him drinking. And again, I thought him drinking, in sickness and in health. It's an addiction. I need to stand by my husband. He was already my second husband. Maybe it might sound crazy to some of the younger generation, but I'm 52 and I was raised that way. I was also raised not to talk about it, and that's a huge problem. Because if I had told people that he's pouting, he's calling me names. Name calling. Add that to the list of narcissistic qualities. Like a child, calling you names like a child. No, can't say anything intelligent, just calling you names like a child. And thank you, Abigail. Thank you, guys. If y'all read the chat, I'm going to keep talking to try to stay on task and really get this information out that can help someone. But there's people in this chat that can answer your questions. And I love that because that's the way it was when I was on another platform as well. Yeah, I believed him. Well, I believed him because we had been sitting by the fire pit and I'd been trying to put something on the fire pit. And the way I told it was like, okay, well, I reached out and got into the stream of lighter fluid that he was squirting. That's absurd, really. Of course not. But I believed that because everything was my fault. Another big sign of a big narcissistic thing. I had to make a note. I had to make notes to make sure I get this. Where is it? It's not withholding affection, silent treatment, gaslighting. They never apologize. Everything is always your fault, okay? It's always your fault. So for 15 years, even when he did something bad, like disappear, that was the main thing he would do to me, is turn off his phone and disappear. And we were married. Where is he? Well, he's out cheating, of course, but I didn't even believe that. I believed he just needed to go out because he wanted to drink and I didn't want him drinking. So I thought his alcoholism is what led him to be bad to me, you know? Yeah, don't come in and say anything negative. I'm being respectful to you. Thank you for the trophy. I'm being respectful to you, and I absolutely demand respect from you. So don't come in. If you have something ugly to say, just keep it to yourself. Take it somewhere else. Try Jesus, not me. Okay? It was 7 years ago. Thank y'all for answering the question. Thank you. I can tell Mitzi and some people are in here like kicking butt. Look at how many comments have to be held. Look, Michael Jackson, all this stuff. What is wrong with you that you need to say something like that? I just saw somebody make an 11. Thank you, Queasy, UJ2. Yeah, very evil, very evil, very evil, Queasy. Thank you so much for your gift. It really helps me. Thank you for all your gifts. They help me so much. There was a 99.99. I can't believe how my day is going today. I'm so glad I got up and got through it. I was having trouble doing it because the last live I did was, Sunday? And the comments were so bad. And I told y'all while it was happening, I was like, that's really bothering me. I'm human. It's really bothering me. So I actually took 2 days in between. So we're not going to do that today, okay? Baby, Huda Beauty, this Easy Bake Duo, I've got the pink pumpkin one. So it's the darker one. There's also, what is it? Peach pie and cherry blossom, I think. And I have that too. And if I really wanted a light under eye, I could use it. But these are perfect for like medium to dark skin tones. You get the darker pink and the pumpkin, okay? I love these. Well, they say name calling is a joke, but it's not a joke. Talking about narcissists doing name calling. The people coming in here calling me Michael Jackson are probably kids. At least I hope you are. Because if you're an adult, you're cooked, all right? If you're making comments like that. Because that's like my, thank you so much. That's an amazing gift. Who did that? That was great. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. It's going so fast. Yeah, clock it. Baby. Name calling, everything he did really just made me think I was not good. I would go, oh my gosh, thank you. I can't see who did anything. It's going so fast. Thank you so much. That is so cute. See who it is. I can't even click on it. That's crazy how fast it's going, y'all. Thank you so much for the gift. Let me see who you are. It's going so fast. Thank you so much. I'm going to use my same little fluffy brush, and I'm going to put some of this powder under my eye. I like to use the pink under my eye. And I'm not going to use a sponge or anything. Sometimes I do these days. But if you have wrinkles, don't use a sponge, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little something with my foundation. Oh my gosh, y'all are going so fast. That's so cute. That's so goodbye. Thank you. I'm going to dab away any excess foundation with my Stands Out sponge. These are sponges you don't have to wet. Hey, everybody. The difference between a good and a bad man is that love doesn't hurt. When people do bad things, believe them. I didn't. Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they really are, believe them, and I consistently did not. In the beginning, you meet them and they're love bombing, and you're so in love, and it's the best person you've ever met. This is my soulmate. I can't ever be without them. They are so into me. He wants to move in within 2 months. I guarantee they're going to want to do something, a commitment very quickly to hook you, to live with you or something. Thank you, Pink. Oh, it's so fast. It's going so fast. Thank you. I'm just going to do a light makeup today. So now I'm going to take the brush, just this little fluffy one, and I'm going to put some pink powder here. And you can see it blurs and it brightens. My under eye bags. Thank you so much. Those are so cute for the gifts. Thank you, Dark World. It go, see how it brightens and it blurs some? This bag is not going away. I've been working on it. I just had surgery here last year, so this side is bigger than the other one. But these are the result of reconstructing my lower eyelids to make them close. So it's not like a typical bag that you can just like get rid of the swelling. So I don't like to accentuate them. They're the thing I don't like about me. But I'm try to remember with makeup that you're not broken and you're not trying to fix anything about you. Just accentuate the pretty things. You don't need a color corrector. You can have a color, I don't know. You know what I mean? We need to use different words and have less negativity because I felt so much negativity from the narcissist, you know? Thank you. Love everybody. Thank y'all for being in the room. Will you click the thumbs up if you're in here? And will you also subscribe? Y'all are going to help me get to 1 million subs here by this time next year. I want to be a powerhouse of an example of what can happen from narcissistic abuse, how dangerous it is, and how to overcome anything, and resilience. I'm going to take the peach powder now, and I'm going to do my down here. Look, it's going away, disappeared. You can blur just with a little fluffy light. If you're younger, you can certainly use a sponge under your eyes and do all the brightness. But if you've got lines, don't do it. It will make it, do you see how it disappeared? It will make them cakey. I love Huda Beauty powder. There's a little card at the bottom you can shop. Just put it in your cart. For the darker people, the pink pumpkin that I'm using, and lighter, you can do the peach pie and cherry blossom. I can't think of what it's called. Maybe it is called just cherry blossom. I don't know what it's called. Thank you. My eyebrows are eyebrow wigs. They're glued on. This pair is old. I only have one more new pair. The tariffs are affecting my ability to get them because I use them about a month, but I've had these on for months. I only have one more new pair, and I've got a big event next week, so I can't change them until then. Thank you, 15-year-old. Thank you, India. Thank you. The nails, if you please subscribe and go to my community, you'll get a link to the nails. And y'all keep talking so we can keep lots of people in the room. Thank you. You were DOA for real? My God. So, D-Ski. Thank you. Happy holidays. Thank you so much, D-Ski. D-Ski. D-Scavelli. I got it. My eyes are getting better. Y'all don't know how I struggle. Okay, this is a blur. We're not doing a lot today. I want to make my skin look really pretty, and that's one of the things I think you can really do with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. Look, that's the peach. And do you see it? I see it. All the makeup appreciators see it. Come down here. And I'm going to do my eyelid so that anything I put on it, just lightly. So if you're doing eyeshadow, it'll make it much easier to apply because you don't want a sticky base unless you're doing some pro moves. Your eyeshadow would be smoother if you don't put the powder, but it'll also be harder to blend. So trade-offs. That looks pretty. I think that Huda Beauty, I think the Bronze Fudge primer is super blurring. That is really nice. And look at the tip of my nose. Do you see it glow? And I haven't highlighted anything yet. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Just blend everything, okay? Blend everything. Thank you to my moderators. I know y'all are struggling. I don't know why. I really somehow expected things to be different on YouTube. I don't know. I have this eternal hope. I get disappointed. Should be like, okay, people are people wherever you are, but I'm not going to change that because sometimes it's true. Thank you, Floa. Thank you, everybody. If you come in, please subscribe. My ex-husband is walking free in Atlanta, Georgia. That's another reason I speak out. I also learned he is guilty of an sexual abuse case when he was in college. He is not registered in the state of Georgia, but he is registered in the state of Florida. I don't know why he's not on the registry in Georgia, but he's not. So he can be there, right, living next door to you, and you don't know. In Atlanta. He's in Sandy Springs. I used to live in Johns Creek. And it was the Johns Creek police that they didn't investigate. And what's interesting about it is I hadn't been physically abused all those years, but a year and a half before, he had rammed my car with his, and I called the police one night. He was drunk. He came home drunk, probably high, been out with his girlfriend or boyfriend. Don't even get into that. I don't know which. And ran my car, and I called the police. They arrested him for aggravated battery, 2 counts. He called me and, he's mad at me. Look what you did. You got me in trouble. I didn't mean to do that. I literally have the video. I come with receipts, okay? I have the video of it from the home security camera. I still have it saved. Even though he tried to delete everything on my iPhone while I was in the coma, he doesn't understand the cloud. So everything loaded back in when I got a new phone. I have everything. I have all the receipts. So yeah, even though that had happened, they still didn't question anything about what was going on that night. Oh, Miss Wolf, thank you. The only thing about justice, Mrs. Wolf, I just wish he was locked away so I wouldn't have to worry, look over my shoulder, because I feel like one day he's just going to lose it. He's going to snap because karma comes, and I don't think his life is going so well. And I don't know at what point he's going to snap because I'm going to do very well. I just signed with ZBD, Acting and Modeling Agency. They're an international inclusive agency. They work with huge brands, Gucci, Target, Adidas, Nike. And they work with brands who are actually interested in showing diverse models, whether it be a limb difference, visible difference, whatever, or disability. And so I've got a lot of hope. I just got on their roster. It took me a long time just to be able to get the photos made, be able to get a professional photo shoot, but I did. I got it. The pictures are up, and there is no stopping me now. I'm vibrating on a different level, and when you will attract what you put out into the world. Yeah, what's his address? I actually don't know his address. I just say that I'm in LA because, should I use, I don't think I have any Huda Beauty. Do I have any Huda Beauty eyeshadow? I turn around and ask my non-existent assistant. Wait. God, no. What? I know I had one. I had an Empowered palette by Huda Beauty, but I don't see it or know what I did with it. No, it's hard. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that today. All right, I tried my best, but I don't know where that palette is. I actually bought it, the Empowered palette by Huda. Trying to delete the evidence, right? He did. And he wrote a whole journal for me to read. He was so excited for me when I could finally see well enough to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's what's wild to me. Withholding affection and attention. Are you with someone that does that when they're angry with you? They won't talk to you, or they won't hug you. They behave like a child. It's like we can't disagree and still like give each other a hug goodbye, something like that. They do that on purpose a lot. It's not like, anyone could do that from time to time, but it's a consistent thing designed to gain control. Everything they do is a pattern of abuse. Okay, guys. Playing the victim and boundary violations. You tell them. I would tell him, like, you know what? Just please don't disappear. Just please don't turn off your phone. That's the one thing I can't stand, is someone just disappearing, right? And that's the exact thing he decides to do. Or I say, I don't want to go. Actually, I have a really good example. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta palette because I don't really want eyeshadow. This is the is this Major Dimensions 2 or 1? Major Dimensions 3, because 1 had shimmers in it. And I'm just going to pick like, these are much more pigmented than you think. I'm going to pick right here. Yeah, the violations, when I think about it, it's wild. Like, don't do this. And just like a child, it's like, look, I don't want you to take a picture of me. That's something I told him. There's a Christmas, like the first Christmas that, maybe not the first, the second maybe, Christmas after I was burned. And we were all sitting at our dining table. I have kids. They're not his kids. They're adults now, but they're not his kids, thank God. So they don't ever have to talk to him again. But we're all sitting and we're eating and everybody's taking a picture. And I'm like, I don't want to be photographed, right? I don't want to be photographed. So y'all subscribe and you can find information about my story. And I'm going to put up a story, a video just for y'all. Ultimately, I got set on fire by my husband. So we're sitting there and I had gained so much weight. I bet you I was 300 pounds. I could never imagine that I could weigh that much in my life. Okay, I've been fit my whole life, but I got so depressed after the burns, and I definitely believe in karma, Julie. That's what I'm riding on, baby. I know karma will come and it will be bad. But yeah, I didn't want to be photographed, and he wanted to take a picture to send his family, because that's always what's important, is his family of origin, like kind of like a child. I mean, your family of origin is good, but in a childish manner. Okay, I know you know what I mean. So I'm like, no, I don't want to be photographed. I don't want to be seen. My face is horrible. You know, it didn't look anything like this. I'm in these pajamas. And do you know I found a picture that he took? Like secret, like we're sitting at the dining table. I'm eating and he's sitting beside me. I'm to his left. And he's got the phone down and he's like, and it's like down below the table and he's angled it up to snap a picture of me. Why would you do that? I specifically asked you not to take a picture of me. Just let me have a little bit of dignity. I don't want to be pictured, you know? And he did it anyway. This is pretty. Come into the nose. We don't have to do a lot. I don't want to have a lot of makeup look. Oh, I know. My face, it felt horrible. I'll show y'all a picture in a little while, or you can look at my stories and you can find a picture of what I'm talking about. It was really bad, y'all. It was really bad. Let's take this color. It's super dark. No, let me get a flat thing. Hold on. Yeah, boundary violations are really bad. I can't believe it's Wednesday. You just said that, and it feels like my days are starting to blur together. I think I'm spending too much time alone, to be honest. The days just blur. It's just me and my dog. I don't know what day it is. So violating your boundaries, anybody who does that is definitely not for you. You could use the gel here. Also, there's cream in this palette, the Patrick Ta. I don't think I tagged this, but it's Patrick Ta, Major Dimensions, and right here is your dark cream. But I don't really need it. I'm not going anywhere. But that would really be long wearing for you. And you put that on and put a powder on top. Right now, I just want a little bit of a wing, and I'm going to put a little bit of color in the middle and be done. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette. Major Dimensions 3. Ooh, maybe I'll use I bought those sparkle palettes he put out last year that everybody was like losing their mind because they were so expensive. I bought them and I've never used them. I'm just going to put a sparkle on my eye in a minute and be done with it. Because I've got nothing on. We're going to put this in. We're going to blend that out in a minute. And then we'll just put a sparkle and be done. Yeah, this is a beautiful palette. I love this palette. If you love neutrals, you will just love it. It's very, very pigmented. You know, I'm barely touching it. I'm barely touching it to get my pigment. So, yeah. Let's find another one. What's another one? I can't see if y'all are identifying with it. It's the Patrick Ta palette. You can buy it at Sephora or on just online. I would prefer you buy it at Ulta because I'm currently mad at Sephora. They are a bunch of jokers. Obrigado. Obrigado. Playing the victim always. Oh, triangulation. Do you know what that means? He used to do a thing, and he used to do a thing where I would be upset about something. And again, everything in the world is about my reaction, not his action. No matter what he does, the problem is that I'm overreacting to it. Okay? So keep that in mind. And he would, like, tell me, like, oh, well, I talked to so and so about it. And they agree. They think you're crazy. They said, I talked to so and so, and he said he does that with his wife. You know, of course you didn't, because the things were outrageous. Nobody was okay with any of the things he was saying. But he would say they were, you know? Like, oh yeah, I talked to so and so. Now they think you're crazy. And I'd be like, well, why are you talking to people about us when you don't want me talking to people about us? Triangulation. And they will also do things like not compliment you, but compliment someone else. And what I mean by that is he would never, like I would get ready and he would never say, oh, you look nice. But as soon as we go out, if we're going out and there's other women there, like with their husband or whatever, oh my God, look at you, look beautiful. Oh my God, you look beautiful. And it's psychological warfare because then you're like, well, I don't want to be petty, right? Am I being petty because he said something to her and he didn't say something to me? Again, you doubt yourself. You doubt your reality because of the gaslighting and because of this triangulation. And they can do it with anything. He did it with a dog. He had a dog that he would treat better than me just to drive me nuts. Literally. Wouldn't clean up after the dog, wouldn't do anything. It was crazy. And I felt crazy about it because I love dogs. So why am I upset about a dog, you know? You just lose your mind. No habla español. I'm not. No Dominicana. No Cubana. No Puerto Ricana. I don't know how to say that one. No Braziliana, Colombiana. Just black. So yeah, I mostly spent most of the years just feeling crazy or like I needed to do something better. You know, like, well, maybe so and so did say that. Maybe I do need to be more understanding about it. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you, Levasseur kids. You know, how can I be upset because he said something, because he, you know, complimented somebody else? How can I be upset about that? You know, I'm being petty. I'm being ridiculous. And it just goes on and on. And they're doing it on purpose, y'all. They understand what they're doing. It's not harmless. And they are very, very calculated, evil people when you get into a true narcissist, okay? Not just somebody who tells you lies and yada, yada. A true narcissist is as dangerous as a sociopath. And if you see these patterns, you need to be finding your way out because there's no fixing it. There's no cure. You just leave. You know, it will never get better. There's no closure. I would always want to talk about it, you know. Even in our marriage, I'd be like, I'm leaving you, but I had nowhere to go. And for a lot of years, I felt that way. I didn't feel like I could support myself and my kids that were, you know, we were in Johns Creek, Georgia. We were, theoretically, I'm living the life. And my kids are living the life. And I don't know how I could take care of them in the same manner if I wasn't there. And I think he knew that. And in 2018, both kids had just moved out. And I had started doing real estate. So I was regaining my independence. I had been completely dependent on him or on our family business for all those years. And, that's messy. I've been completely dependent on it. And then when I wasn't dependent on it anymore, then there he is, you know? He's setting me on fire. I think he understood that I was angry. I wasn't forgiving him. So what's he going to do about it? You know, am I going to leave him? I've been mad for a month at that point. Normally, they want to be forgiven instantly. No matter what they did, it was no big deal. Oh, I did it because I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I just got, I was upset. I was mad at you because you did this, right? Yeah, he set me on fire. Hey, witch's grave. But I survived, just like you know. Keep your faith, y'all. It'll get you through a lot of things because I believe that's what got me through this. I think that's what still gets me through every day. I think that's why I can do this and try to turn it into a way to help other people. And it's not just, it's not just women that are suffering. There's a lot of men out here in narcissistic relationships right now. The women narcissists seem to be a little bit different, but I think they're just as dangerous. I think they do things like poison people, Yes, respectful questions are welcome, right? That's the thing. I want to answer questions, but it just really threw me off guard last time when it's so disrespectful. They kept telling me, what did they keep telling me last time, y'all? They kept calling me something that I didn't even know what it meant. Cooked. I don't like this wing, so I'm going to blur it out, make it sort of like I don't like the way it looks. So I'm taking a little bit more on a dense brush and just kind of going into that corner. You see what I want? I want that right there. Did you say, what does it say? Some women go overboard or as victims? What do you mean? Go overboard as victims. What are you talking about? A lot of people come into this room, and when I say I'm a domestic violence burn survivor, I just realized, see how much prettier that is? That's pretty eyeshadow. When I say I'm a domestic violence burn survivor, they think, one guy said, pick a struggle. I mean, he wasn't being rude. He was like, pick a struggle. I was like, no, I'm a burn survivor because I'm a domestic violence survivor, Yes, he burned me. He burned me. It's horrible. And I'm not an isolated incident. I have a peer supporter with the Phoenix Society that was set on fire by an ex-boyfriend. These are crimes when they do, and there's a lady in Ohio that was set on fire by her boyfriend. She died. There's a law in Ohio now about it. I can't remember her name. Judy? I don't know. It's somebody that I want to work with because I want to stiffen the laws and I want to increase education for the police about narcissistic abuse and the way it presents when you get called and then all of a sudden the victim is taking the blame because that's what they're used to doing, and the abuser. When you come to a domestic violence call and both people are telling exactly the same story, something is wrong because they were arguing. If it was really on the up and up, they might still be disagreeing. When they're telling exactly the same story, like Gabby Petito, I was screaming at the TV screen when I watched that because I'm like, oh my gosh, how can you treat him like the victim? But they like to be the victim. They like to be the victim. Very much. Mine is me. Oh, did I tell you he's being the victim now? He's telling people that I've been abusing him for years. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do but laugh because it's just so absurd to me. He's telling people that I've been mentally and physically abusive to him for years. Insane. And for me, that just makes me think about, God, I'm glad I got away because this man is really unwell. That for me, that's all it makes me think. I'm not worried. I know who I am. And people that know me would never, ever. Well, you know what? I say that, but it's not true. If you're with a narcissist, you might lose relationships with people because they will lie about you. In that triangulation, they will be telling people that you're doing bad things to them. So people really are looking at you like you're a terrible person and they're a saint. Common, common, common. Oh, yeah, it's going so fast I can't read it. I saw laser tattoo removal. I did have that recently. Ruth Swissa, I'm hoping to get more work done with her, but we need donors in order for me to continue on. Someone to donate to her Angel Foundation. Everyone coming in, welcome. I am Tonya Meisenbach, also known as Burn Beauty 2018. And in December of 2018, I was set on fire by my husband of 15 years at the time. He's a narcissist, and now I'm talking about all the red flags that I missed. So hopefully you will listen and get out before something bad happens, because it's only a matter of time. They are not harmless. They are not just people who frustrate you. You'll find another one of the signs about them is the explosive anger. He tore my office up once because, again, he did something. I was mad about it, not forgiving him quickly enough. And I had a home office, and he literally just like flipped the desk, tore it up. I was just puzzled by it for a long time. I didn't do anything about it. I stayed. I stayed. And I stayed for a lot of reasons. We stay. That's how it works. We stay for a lot of reasons. Okay, Patrick Ta eyeshadow. I've been playing with it. I really love that palette. It's so pretty. I wish I was going somewhere. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm not going to do a lot. I want this, but I want a sparkle. I've never used those sparkly $42 palettes. I bought 3 of them last year. And I don't see them. What did I do with them? One of my biggest problems is oh, they're right here. Literally. Bam. I put things away and then I can't remember where. I bought 3 of them last year. They're expensive and I've never used them. I don't have these tagged. That one. Still at the Club. Still at the Club, which is like a brown, bronzy kind of thing. I don't think that's what we're using today. It's illegal. You call 911, baby. Welcome in, everybody. I bet if y'all click that like button and say positive things, there will be even more people in the room. It's been a really wonderful day. Giselle, thank you so much. Giselle143. Thank you so much for the gift. Everything is appreciated. Sometimes I can't believe that I'm able to even support myself, because I was afraid of what I would do in life. Let me tell you some story time. I've told you that the narcissist can't be better, right? They can't change. So, at this point, he set me on fire. That's really sparkly. Talk to my team. I like this one. I say that now. Talk to my team. Let's swatch them. When I swatch things on my skin, it doesn't look the same. I don't have any, maybe right here, right? Talk to my team. That's the darker one. I don't know, y'all. The only way you see these sparkles, these, milled pearl sparkles, is in the dark with the front camera. I don't know where you would be. I mean, it's beautiful. I love Patrick Ta, but dang. They were on sale last year. I didn't even get them in PR. It's pretty, but it's not sparkling the way that it was advertised. This one I've used for something, maybe just at home. Still at the Club. That one's got a little more oomph. Oh, see, that one is like the color of me. That might be the one I used today. That's the one that's going on today. This one. Still at the Club. Oh, no, that's not Still at the Club. I don't know what that was. That's not Still at the Club. That's Do You Know Who I Am? I like that one. I'm in LA now, and people actually say that. It's real. It's not a joke. Do you know who I am? Like, you know what? I really don't. That's Still at the Club. right? Oh, that one's kind of pinkish. That's a beautiful pink under. Talk to my team has that sort of pinky undertone. Back here, I can see it better. They are beautiful. They're very fine. I think I'll have them forever. Yeah, why are people calling me the names? My monetization got limited on the last live I did on Sunday. And I do good content. There's nothing ugly. It's like not fit for advertising for all advertisers. And I think it's because of all the ugly comments that came because I had to write about it, y'all. I mean, we are human. It's not gonna steal my life or anything from me, but I'm human. It hurts when you talk to creators. There's a real person on the other end. It's not just a joke. That pretty? That's pretty. That's pretty. Hey everybody, hi. I'm gonna do a little dab of color in the corner of my eye to brighten it. Then I'm gonna do this with my finger. YouTube what? Doesn't like DV talk or yeah, that's really unfortunate because that doesn't work for me. Why would we not be able to talk about it? Not talking about it is the reason it keeps happening. Not talking about it is the reason I didn't know. If I'd said to a friend, my husband just disappeared for 2 days, they'd be like, girl, when we packing? You know? Oh, Gretchen, see you later. Thanks for coming by. I'm not going to do a siren eye, I don't think. I can't really get it. If you look at my eyes, my eyelids have been recreated. And siren eye just like gets in my eye. Just doesn't work right. I don't know. It doesn't look the way I like. Is it pretty, right? Yeah, if you told a friend about it, they'd be like, girl, no, please, you can't have that. Let's start putting a plan together for you to get out. Not talking about it is the reason, I'm burned. I'm almost not sitting here because of not talking about it. And my truth is my power. No matter what happens, it's not being taken from me. Doe eyes, baby. Doe eyes. I'm just going to do a cat eye. You want to do a doe eye? I love y'all. Thank you. This Patrick tie is looking really pretty. All I got to do now is put the right sparkle on it. That one has sort of a pink undertone. This one has a really pink undertone. It's super pretty, but I'm going to wear a red lip. I don't want it. So this one, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Which one? That one or that one? That one or that one? That one. That one. Y'all didn't get much of a vote, did you? Not much of a vote was had. I wish my eyelid is a little crazy. Move it around as you need to, ladies. If your eyelid is acting up like that, move that bad boy. Yeah, the gold. Which one I don't remember which one I picked now. He just sorry, girl, gotta miss this person when I scroll. What is it? Got to go. Yes, girl. Bye, Giselle. Thank you for the super gift. I think I've used that one. I've got to get some hormones, y'all. I can't remember anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm just wandering around, 52 years old, with no idea what's happening. I don't know where I am. I don't like certain things. Like, I wish that would just be gone. I wish I could just lift that up and make it go away. Everything was recreated on my face if you're just popping in. My face got replaced twice. That's a little too much makeup. For who? Girl, baby, don't put that on. My face was replaced twice by, after being burned, with skin grafts from my lower body. A lot of times people don't understand even what's happened to me. It looks like People are like, is this makeup? Last week it was like, I felt like it got limited monetization because of people asking questions like, is that makeup and stuff like that. I think I'm just going to use, actually, I guess I have to use black liner. I really like brown liner on Soft Glam. It's not going to work. We'll tight line with brown though. I really like to use my gel liner, and I don't think I have one. I think it's so much softer. Maybe I'm just going to use a brush and my shadow. That's what I'm going to do. Because I don't have any gel out. I don't know where it is. I am 52, but my face got replaced twice. I think I could use the brown, but I don't feel like it's going to work the way I think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think the brown that I have is dark enough. Let me see, because I really like brown. It works better for my eyes. I love a dark brown liner Soft Glam. It is so, men are captivated by it. See, y'all think I'm out here just like, ooh, poor me. Men love me. They always have, and they always will. And I think it's because of spirit, not looks. I think you attract people by your spirit, your authenticity, and your love attracts people. I definitely believe in God. Yes, I was burned by my ex-husband. I'm still trying to get divorced because he's even, the abuse goes on after you try to get divorced. You know, it continues. They will hold on to everything they can. I had to serve him in the newspaper because he wouldn't accept service. You know, he dodged the service guy. Why? It's going to happen. It just cost me money to do it, you know. The men all pause where I walk into. They always did, baby. My wig is bothering me. All right. I want to make sure I get everything. I've got a note. The narcissistic smirk. Is anybody in here with the narcissist? Have you ever seen them like kind of, it's like a look. It's not a smile. It's an evil little grin, and it happens and it happens when something like you're upset, you're angry, you're crying. The first time I saw it was when I was screaming at him about, why did you set me on fire? Because I remembered this years later, I should not have been talking to him about it. I'm very lucky to be alive with him knowing that I remembered, you know, and wasn't believing the accident thing anymore. My brown isn't dark enough. Let's have to tight line. And I screamed at him like, it was last year. Like, why did you set me on fire? Why? And he had this look. I told people about it. It was just like, he was happy that I knew he did it on purpose. In that moment, he was happy. It's evil. When they get angry, their pupils dilate really big. Like he had really light blue eyes, and they would be black. Duper's Delight. I've never heard that. Duper's Delight. And it's sad that, you know, I get suppressed for talking about DV. You know, it happens a lot, and I appeal it, and usually in the appeal, they will lift it. But this time, the human review is, the brown lighter with the hazel eyes is so good, right? With the human review, they usually change it because I did 3.5 hours. That's a big piece for me. And it was really good, really powerful. So hopefully my partner manager can do something about it. Because I have an individual that I can talk to at YouTube, which is amazing. If you're going to do social media, do it here if you want to build an empire. There's short money on other platforms. You know, big money, but short money. And here, this is long money. This is empire building. I think I'm just going to leave it like this soft brown and put on a cat eye lash. It feels so feminine and pretty, doesn't it? It feels so feminine and pretty. Right here, I gotta do a little something. I don't feel nervous. I know he watches. He's probably in the room with y'all right now. He's probably here watching. He used to tell me that he didn't watch my social media because he wanted to, even before I knew that he did it on purpose, he was really insulting me actually by saying he didn't even watch it, you know. And he would be like, "Oh, that little, what is it, burned, what is it again? Beauty burnt," and he would pretend he didn't even know what I was doing. And I thought that was terrible because I thought it hurt my feelings because I thought he would be proud of me for being able to recover to that point that I could reach out and help people, you know, build confidence in beauty and challenge beauty standards. I really thought like that man was going to be proud of me and be like, "Oh my God, you're the strongest woman I know. I can't believe you're the same person that was laying in a coma a few years ago." That didn't happen. That didn't happen. And oh my God, I almost lost it there. That never happened. And it never would because they're evil. He couldn't have it be. They don't want you to succeed. They're jealous of you. You're in a competition with a narcissist. If you're in a relationship with one, they are competing with you. They usually are not terribly successful. They get crazy ideas. Some of them are, but they get crazy ideas and never follow through, right? And you, on the other hand, do things and get it done. That's the way I've always been. I got a life coaching certification after I was burned, and he told me, he looked it up and told me that he looked in life coaching as a scam. When I was graduating, you know, it's like an online graduation, and he told me life coaching was a scam. Hurt my feelings so much. I was puzzled because I didn't understand narcissism. Like, why would anybody say that? You know, why would he, you know, be hating on me after I'm, you know, accomplishing things, having my life back? I don't want to sit on the couch for the rest of my life. I got burned when I was 45. What was I going to do with the rest of my life? I've always worked. I've always had things, you know. I was about to, in my mind, build a real estate empire when this happened. But that's the problem. Everything that I did in my life and while we were together was successful. I mean, not, I mean, I finished it. I finished what I started, and they don't. And right now, you know, when I tell y'all I want 1 million subs on here and I just want this to go wild, is because he told me, you know, I was managing our company and he would tell me nobody would ever listen to me. I was the office manager and he's like, "Well, nobody, you couldn't run a business." I was literally running the business, y'all. Literally running the business while he would disappear all day and like go to the bar or go out with, he was cheating all those years. I don't know with who, or, but I know he was now looking back on it. You know, he was definitely not, you know, he's not going to be faithful. He's a monster, right? He's an ex-offender. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what I can't talk about. I don't want my monetization to get messed up. Even though I still think it's wrong that me talking about what happened to me to help other people is frowned upon on the social media platforms, and I have to use secret code words. I, as a woman, have to use secret code words to talk about things that a man did to me. I don't like it, you know? It's like, what? You know? Yeah, there's so many people. He's never went to jail. So when it happened that night, I had third and fourth degree burns. I remember talking to the fireman and the policeman, and I remember saying, "Tell my kids I love them." I was like, "Tell da da da, I love them. Tell da da da." And I was saying all that, and then I got in the, who was ringing my bell? Why? See, now I do get nervous about things. Like, why is somebody ringing my bell? Hopefully it's just a delivery or something, because I'm not going to get it. So I do get nervous. Thank you, the antidote. What a cute name. I love that antidote. I'm not going to get the door. I can't see my Ring camera, or I'd have to leave this app. Maybe it's probably just a PR package or something. Like UPS rings the doorbell sometimes, maybe. Whew, I guess the bad guys don't ring the bell. Actually, he did, though. When he broke the restraining order back in Georgia, he rang the doorbell at our old house. He could have gotten in, but I know he didn't want to walk in because he might get smoked, right? And if you don't ring the bell, then I might say, "Oh, I didn't know who it was," because that's true. Nobody's there, baby. Lay down. It's okay. Grady, you're a little bit slow. I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna lie. That whole thing just happened. Grady's like, let me come be a dog. I'm just gonna put some lashes on. I like how soft this is, and I want to do a red lip. I think that's really pretty, and we'll do like a sparkly Huda blush. I haven't even contoured. I noticed that I do a lot less with that. I'm gonna do some contour, but I've been doing so much less because I like the way my skin looks. You know, people come in and they're shocked by it, but it's smooth, it's radiant, it's something that I never thought it would be again, you know? I will be careful, which is grave. It's probably just UPS. I get PR packages sometimes, and some of them have this address. I don't give it out much. What was I going to get? Lashes. I finally got a PO box. Oops. Sorry, I have to. Oh no. I have dexterity issues. That's why I like some of the brands I've been talking about lately. Y'all be sure to subscribe so you can see my content, watch my lives, listen to my dog drink water. He's a big dog. He's 126 pounds. I've got Cardani lash glue, and I've got some lashes that I tagged in one of my posts recently. There's a new thing on YouTube called the community page, and you can post messages to me, and I can post things and links. So please join, please subscribe and join that. And, you know, I won't bother you with the subscriptions. It'll just help me grow. I'm going to be posting some straight makeup content because I know it helps a lot of you who are just regaining your confidence after an abusive relationship or a burn. So I'll be doing some straight makeup tutorials and then some straight narcissistic abuse talk. Glue is on here, and I'm going to lay these lashes down. I should have done that before I did my liner. Normally I do. If you really want to make it easy, you can put a little bit of glue on your liner. I'm not going to, because I have no lashes at all, right? Everything got burned away. I have no brows, no lashes. The only thing that's really part of my face is my bottom lip, you know? So you can put some glue here if you want. I don't need it. I just don't need it to be that adhered. Gobble, gobble. Thank you for the floating heart. Y'all have been so generous today. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chevy Chick. Chevy Chick. Abusive relationship. You know what? Even if they limit my monetization, forget about it. We're going to talk about it. Happy Thanksgiving, Josiah. Thank you, Daft Daft. You know, even if they limit it, forget it. I'll figure it out a different way. I'm going to be a supermodel anyway. We're still going to talk about it. We're not going to be silenced. Everyone just coming in, y'all be sure to like up here. You need to get that thumbs up. That really helps me a lot in the rankings so that you'll see me again. I don't know how you do it. I think you double tap it or click it or something. Eyebrow transplants generally don't work. They just fall back out. My tattoos, I tried to tattoo it and it didn't work. I'm going to get them tattooed again, I think. I was planning to get them tattooed again, but I might not be able to. Because, again, she needs a donor to donate the funds. I asked her maybe I could just pay for it myself. You think I should put more sparkle on? You pay $42 for it. I don't wear the temporary tattoos. I've tried the temporary tattoos. They don't look as good as these. These are human hair. And they're on a clear backing. You cannot tell it's an eyebrow wig, even in person. Now, this pair is looking pretty old. I normally only wear them about a month. But I've been wearing this pair. I've been wearing the life out of it because it's hard to get a hold of them. Thank you. Chevy Chic. My puppy is half German short-haired pointer and half chocolate lab. He's a big diggity dog. Let's finish this. I keep saying let's finish it. I want to make sure I hit all the points, though, for anyone rewatching this, wondering if they're in a bad relationship. Future faking, big promises and no follow through. Oh, we're going to get married. We're going to buy a house. We're going to do this. And you keep waiting and waiting and nothing is ever happening. They do that to keep you hooked. Happy Thanksgiving. They do it to keep you hooked, to keep you in it. And they do it on purpose. You guys have been so generous. Thank you so much. Please. What'd you say? To be a mod? I've got lots of mods. I've got a page. On the community page, there's a post that says, does anyone want to be a mod? If you reply to that, I will add you because I'm going to ask my friend Mitzi today how hard it is to do this. The other night, there was a couple thousand people in the room and it was going crazy. My kids were very angry at me about it. When I say that was the hardest part to heal, was forgiving myself. Look, this isn't even glued down right now. Was sometimes it comes loose because you shower or wash my face and stuff. You can just touch it up with eyelash glue. But forgiving myself for allowing myself to be, oh, that's almost all the way off, to be treated that way. Look. And you get makeup in it, so I use Anastasia brow powder to darken it back to the right color, just like anybody else would. If you're going to use lash glue, I really recommend Cardani if you're not going to take these brows off. It's latex free, and it's designed for lashes or brows, so it won't break down your skin. You don't want skin breakdown. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Don't tell me what I was talking about because I forgot. Are hormones going to help me remember things? Thank you, the nails. I've got a post for those. Subscribe and scroll through the community page. It has lots of info. And I would love y'all to post your favorite makeup and your looks or things that you want to talk about. That'd be amazing. That would help me a lot. This diva, I am Tonya Renee Meisenbach, also known as Burned Beauty 2018. But I feel like Burned Beauty 2018 is a movement, not really me as a person. Burned Beauty 2018 is a movement of being tired of being judged and being tired of beauty standards and coming to love ourselves, because I was a pretty woman before I got burned, but I never thought I was. And healing the part of me that would allow a man like him to control me for years in front of my kids. You know, he wasn't harming them, but they were growing up and he was their example of a man. Their father passed away, you know. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, being judged. Thank you. And now I feel pretty. But I think there has to be that movement of understanding that we're not going to listen to it anymore. We're not going to use color corrector. We're going to use, color enhancer. We're going to stop thinking that things are wrong with us. Notice that the lashes are still laying down. I put glue on them I don't know how long ago. I don't think I need liquid contour. Maybe I do. No, I don't feel like it. No, okay, I do. Let me see. Think. I'll do a little. Did y'all see that whole conversation I just had with myself? That happens all the time. This is Sashu, and I'm going to put a little bit of it on. And then I really like powdered contour. I feel like I've always thought that contour really ages us. Really does. The shadows, making a shadow too harsh makes you look gaunt and aged. So just, kind of go easy. My daughter would look like she was 40 when she would put contour. I didn't like it because she was 17. Blonde brows and lashes, just powder for it. Thank you. I love the sachet stains if I'm going to use a liquid contour. When you do your jaw, can you get underneath it? Don't make a beard, but get underneath. Did you see what just happened when I went under it? And I gave myself like a jaw, and definitely get down here, straight down under your ear. Over here, I have like a thing that has to be removed surgically. I have an appointment about it Tuesday because I got this thing. It's not cancerous. See how big it is? It's not cancerous or anything, but it has to be surgically removed because it's like a cyst. If you ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper and she talks about you have to get the sac, well, they have to get it out because if not, it'll keep coming back and making me sick. We got to wrap up. We're only got 20 minutes left, I think. I'm only going to do 2 hours at a time if I can. I don't want to burn out. I want to keep doing this. I burned out some, well, a lot had happened. If y'all were watching me when I was on the clock app, I started to remember what had really happened when I started doing those lives. That's what helped me remember the truth and led me here. So it got really hard. I couldn't sit there. I couldn't keep doing the lives because I wanted to say what was really happening, but I couldn't because it was dangerous. I couldn't talk about it publicly until I could be at a safe place, and I didn't have anywhere to go. My friends knew, you know, and some of the people on TikTok knew, but I couldn't speak about it. If I spoke about it, I would be, ended. I contacted a domestic violence organization. They said, no, you've got to get to safety. This is a pretty contour, isn't it? See how it's not too much? The sachet. I didn't tag it, but it's on here. Hey, Caroline. After the show, it'll post a replay and I'll tag everything I used and you can shop it from my shop. That helps a lot too. That support is truly appreciated. Because I'm making it. I'm in LA and I'm going to make it on my own doing social media and modeling. And it's the first time I've been on my live. The first time I've been on my own in my life. Because I lived with my grandparents growing up, and then even when I went to college, I stayed in their house because long story, but I didn't get the college assistance I was supposed to get from my parents. They never raised me. So I was on my own and kind of struggling, so I never lived on my own. And then I moved in with my first husband. I had my son when I was 23, my daughter when I was 25. Oh, no. Then I got divorced and I met the narcissist who was like, I wasn't looking for a relationship, but because of the love bombing, I thought, oh my God, well, I can't, if this isn't my person, and if my person is coming now, then I just need to deal with it, right? Because this is the best person in the world. This is the most amazing man in the world that loves me so much, so I've got to just go ahead and get in this relationship. That's what love bombing does, y'all. That looks so pretty. I might have to go somewhere. I'm going to walk the dog. I don't have any plans for Thanksgiving. I have a friend here that's having a Thanksgiving thing, but I don't want to leave Grady. So I might ride over to her house and get a plate of food. Oh, going to jail for being too pretty? Y'all got game. Y'all guys come in here. Y'all got game. Lashes. I need to put on my lashes. Before I do my nose contour, because they are ready, you've got to spray something. This has to be wet. Thank you. I don't let anybody. I believe I'm beautiful, but I really got caught the other day in that live because it reminded me that oh wait, when I look in the mirror, I feel so beautiful. But when people look at me who've never seen me before, I look like they're like, what's wrong with her? What happened to you? What's the story with the face? Things like that. Like, you know, it might be too dry. I might have to put more. I got sidetracked. This might not have enough on it. Because when it has the right amount, it just sticks. And right now, I'm not sure it's sticking. If you let the glue get tacky, it will just stick to your eye. I left it maybe 30 seconds too long. No, it's really stuck. Then after you get it on, you're going to come back and tight line it, because you see how you can still see a little bit of like stuff underneath there. I'm not sure this far enough over. I always get a dang hair caught in it. Like the whole time, everything's been fine until I get an eyelash and then there's a hair. Focusing. These are my favorite lashes. I just tagged them the other day. I get them on Amazon. They're disposable. It's always too dry on the inner corner. Just put a little there. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do a wing. I like how soft it is, but we're going to see. I already put on a brown liner. What in the world? How does that happen? How can it be I'm fine the whole time until I get an eyelash? Are they magnetic? What in the world? I end up on the red carpet and realizing I've got an eyelash, like a hair stuck in my eyelash. I carry eyelash glue now because if you pull it off, you'll lose it right before Getty photographs you. Ridiculous. I did one the other week and my lash was about to fall off and all I could do was pray that it would look right because they're going to publish the picture. This one is really too dry. I'm going to put some more glue on the other one before I do it because it's just too dry. But tacky is the key to eyelashes. And you see what I'm doing. If it gets too dry, you just put a little more glue. It's no big deal, you know? It won't need to sit as long the second time. When you add glue, you're not going to let it sit very long before you put it on. These are my favorite lashes. They are fox eyes. Please shop them from my Shop My link. They might even be tagged in my last video. I'm not sure if they had them on YouTube Shopping. Because, you know, YouTube Shopping has a lot going on, too. Push down on the band, never on the lash, right? Push down on the band, never on the lash. Thank you. See, I don't know if I really need a wing. That just feels so pretty and soft to me. That feels like super soft glam to me. I like that. Super in your feminine, not trying to be like a round, trying to be like a purr. Like a purr. That's what I see because I'm kind of glowy. I like that. You see, I feel good about myself, and that's what I think Burn Beauty is about. That and never letting anyone silence you. I'm not doing that because it's literally all I have. My truth is literally all I have to like make a life, to live my purpose. I am disabled. There's no way I could work a 40-hour-a-week job. I get exhausted like after these 2 hours sitting in a chair. I just have real troubles with, fatigue and some mobility. But my truth is literally everything. So I'm not going to have it taken. And I don't like it being suppressed. That was happening on the other platform too, and I can't have that because I've got to get this done. I've got to know that my burns save somebody else, or my story save somebody else. We're going to let it get real good and stuck before we do the thing and make sure that the wings are going up. You always got to do a second check. And you need to look straight into the mirror. That didn't work. It's too wet. You need to look straight into the mirror as you're doing it. I have trouble. I normally do it a little bit different. That little hand mirror is messing me up. I'm not a hand mirror person. But I can't see all the way I have my setup right now. I can't see my big mirror. These lashes are, I get them on Amazon. They are fluffy fox eye lashes. They're the kind that come just on the pink plastic, you know? They're disposable, but you really can use them more than once if you're careful with them. I just bought some the other day. I don't know where they are. I just ordered some, but you can get them through my Shop My link, or if you go and please subscribe and check my community post. It's a new thing on YouTube, and get my links. Your support helps me so much because I'm on a whole different level now. When I first started doing this, it was like I just wanted to reach out and help people. You know, it didn't matter. But now it's like, what am I going to, I got to live, you know? The narcissist and him holding up the divorce really holds up my settlement. This lash is too far over. I think I'm going to take it off and move it. You see that one? It's really bugging me. I literally think I'm going to take it off. Y'all are going to be like clutching your pearls. Clutch his pearls. I don't like where it's sitting. And fortunately, I haven't done a big fancy wing. Who is Shannon Winslow? Is somebody? Y'all, it's okay. The moderators will get them. Don't let them steal your joy, or, you know, don't let them draw your attention away from talking to each other and healing, or, you know, I don't know. They're probably just children because adults don't behave that way. Grown-ups don't behave that way. I'm 52. I am 52 years old. I have a son that's going to be 30 next year. He's 29 now. My daughter is 27. I've had a good life. I have to remember that even though it was so hard over the 20 years with him, because even after I got home from the hospital, so imagine this, he set me on fire. And when I left to go home, I was going home with him as my caretaker, you know? 30s, you're crazy. You're crazy. My whole face got replaced in 2018 after being burned. So the skin is probably never going to wrinkle. I'm getting injections just so that I can show expression. Nanofat stem cell injections. I'm blessed with that through my surgeon in Beverly Hills, so that I can like make a do this and do this. Happy Thanksgiving. I can't say your name. I will, Farty McNuggets. My red hair, I love it. This is a wig I've been wearing. I need to wash it, get it fluffy. I'm not good at hair. I have a full head of hair. Hey, hey. Low key, baby, I'm high key beating it. Baby. When I come, I come to eat. Check, please. Check, please. Because that's it. Let me see. Lack of empathy, narcissistic smirk, rewriting history. And by that I mean you know something happened a certain way, yet they insist that it happened a completely different way. Like something completely different happened. That's gaslighting also. But mine would talk about like, this is some ColourPop bronzer that I made a palette of ColourPop stuff. He would talk about like being in high school, and he would talk about things that were just so childish because we were in our 30s when we met, right? And he would talk about like, yeah, there were bullies, and I would protect my friends from the bullies, which I was just kind of like, man, we're like 40. I don't know what we're talking about. Have you done anything since then? Yeah, you have any updates, you know? But even then, he wasn't telling the truth, you know? Obviously, he was probably the bully, you know? He's just lying. Thank you, Miss Mama 85. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. You know, Huda is holding up. That Huda Bronze Fudge blurring primer. I thought it was going to steal too much of my glow, but it's got just the right amount of glow so that I don't look super shiny. because I've been struggling with that. My skincare is so good that sometimes I come out, I have to dull the shine sometimes. Okay, that's pretty. We're not going to do any more. We're going to do Huda Blush. We're going to put that lash on, do Huda Blush, and we're going to do my red lipstick for a full soft glam. And then after we do my red lipstick, you're going to wait until I post it and click the link and you're going to buy it because it's actually Burn Beauty 2018 lipstick. A collab. What a dream. Like 10-year-old me is screaming when I look at it. Like, man, like I did it. Actually 18-year-old me is screaming these days because 18-year-old me had dreams of like coming to Los Angeles, moving here. I don't sing, I don't dance. I could have done makeup, but just coming to LA and living because I grew up in a small town. And I didn't get to do that. I didn't have the money, right? It's like it was a dream that I had with a friend of mine. But now I'm actually here. And my 18-year-old self is pretty proud, you know? Better. My eyes are like wonky, so I have to do some special things to them. Everybody's got a little wonk though. But mine, I have to get one lash kind of up higher. But first, let it stick. Let it get really good and dry before you mess with it too much. Because before you leave the house, you need to like push those up because I guarantee you one of them is hanging low. One of them got caught in your hair or something. If you got a big wing like this, you want them up. See how much better that is? I'm so happy with that. Man, what a day. Y'all have been amazing today. I'm so glad Miss Mitzi was here. Even though my bestie comes on and then works hard the whole time so I can do this. Can you imagine? That's my life now. I never had things like that before. I never had people like that before. And I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Thank you. I did the Patrick Ta stuff. Be sure to subscribe and I'll tag everything that I used in this look today for you on my Shop My page. You can shop it or save it or just know what it was, right? Never know. I don't mess with my under eye much. I usually leave it bare naked because my under eyes are actually kind of pulled inside out. And that's the redness you see. And usually it just does not behave. So I just leave it alone. You know, it's like, don't fight it, embrace it, you know, just go with it. Nothing to fix. At least it's a lot less red than it used to be. I'll see if I can get some color under here, but I doubt it. It's a lot less red than it used to be. I don't have any lashes. No, he's not in jail. He, like some people are unhidden by we got somebody hidden by mistake. He's not in jail. The police didn't question him. I believed him when I woke up. And I did ask them to reopen the case last year. That nothing has happened. I don't know what's going to happen right now. I'm really, really focused on getting what I need to survive. Because if I focus on like him getting arrested or something, then I'm not going to eat. I've got to pay the rent. I'm so scared out here on my own for the first time, you know? And the first time I come out on my own, I'm disabled. It's crazy, but that's God's plan, not mine, you know? I wanted to be here when I was 18. That didn't happen. I'm here now, so I just need to be grateful and hang on. And every time I take that position, that made me look older. Every time I take that position, then everything is fine. Everything works out. When I worry, it doesn't work. Should have left that under eye bare naked. I don't know. Sometimes I try things and then I regret it. It's like I haven't messed up my under eye for a long time. Let me see if I can do it today. Thank you. The hair, I've got my Huda Beauty clips on. I'm trying to be like Huda because I'm using all my makeup today. I'm definitely getting more of that Bronze Fudge primer. It's very hydrating and it put a beautiful glow, but that's not a shine, you know? Is everyone subscribed? Because I'm almost done. Let's do some blush. Do some blush. I don't want to go over, and I only have 1 minute left. Y'all love the hair color. This is my hair color, isn't it? This is the color that I really look good in. This burgundy. This is the color made for me. I need to just accept it. And I'll be like, oh my God, this is my favorite wig. I love it. I'm going to wear it forever. Please install it. And then in a week, I'm like, man, I want to be blonde. I can't stick to the color, but I think this is my color. Constant need for compliments, y'all. Constant need for compliments. Your narcissist is going to have a constant need for validation. If you do not give it to them, they will find it elsewhere. If you do not give it to them, they will find it elsewhere. This is the Berry Blush by Huda. It's dark-ish. I'm only going to put a dab. This is the blush filter. I don't know what the color is called. I'll have to... Black, maybe it says black cherry. I don't know. It might say black cherry. I'm going to use that before I use the, what am I thinking about? The blush lighter, the new blush lighter. I like the rose one a lot, the Roseberry blush lighter, and I'm going to use it today. But I'm only going to use a little. I'm going to use the lighter shade of it because I don't want to be all, I don't know what I want. This is the Huda brush that I don't like very much. I don't think you need to invest in the Huda blush brush. It is definitely not my favorite. And that's pretty though, isn't it? I know Mitzi's in the business for a new blush. This is black cherry, but it's not the same. I don't know that it has all the hyaluronic acid in it. I try to use makeup that's plumping, okay? Because with my age, and with our age being over whatever, 40 or whatever, just keep your skin plumped up, you know? It's just good skincare. It's just good skincare. Keep it plump. Keep it plump. You know, I really don't like my under eyes. I don't like when people make fun of those. That's a sore spot for me. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Everybody that's in here, we're about done. We've got 2,000 likes. It helps me a lot because almost 400,000 people saw that one the other day. 400,000. And the metrics have to work. So if people are coming by, you know, just streaming by and then not leaving a like, then kind of messes things up. I don't know. I'm coming out too pink again. Should I do peach? You think I could put peach on top of that? I don't know. I think so. I think the color theory says I can put peach on top of this. Lord have mercy. What you got to say, baby? Lord have mercy. I walked through fire. Mr. Lord have mercy. Let's do the peach. Just because I can. I really initially thought that the one with the brand on it was a cream in each palette because they're so velvety. But I don't really want to use the bright one. I want to use this one. Yeah. It's insulting to like survive something like that and then have people make fun of you. It's like, are you kidding me? But then you just have to remind yourself, like, you have friends that can just straighten your crown, you know? Just, you know, have friends that can be like, ignore that. I love, God, it's in the cart below. If you see that little shopping cart at the bottom or a little gift thing or gift box, whatever it is, if there's anything you're going to buy from this live, let it be Huda Beauty Blush Lighter. Comes in peach. This is the peach palette. And then there is a pink. I didn't show you. I have all of them. She sent them. The pink, the rose. This is great for darker skin tones. Anyone can wear it, but it's really good. Anybody can wear it, but it's really good on darker skin. And then the pink is bright, baby. It's bright and it is beautiful. Baby pink. You put the pink underneath it. It is beautiful. Look, isn't it pretty? It's not for me today. And then you get the highlighter. The blush lighter part. Oh my God, yeah. I love pink blush. Okay, we're going to do that. I don't want a lot of blush because I am going to do a red lip, I think. I might not do my red lip now. I was planning on it just because it's my makeup, but it's my red lipstick, but maybe not. Blush lighter. So it's more, oh my word. Do you see? You see? You put it all over. Oh my God. If you're doing anything, y'all are going out this holiday season, you're gonna need this on your cheeks. And you put it everywhere, not just, I mean, not everywhere, but it's part of the blush. It's less reflective than a highlighter, but more ethereal. You put it everywhere. Isn't that pretty? Isn't it pretty? This is Huda Beauty Peach Blush Lighter. That's so pretty. Oh my God. I get so excited about myself sometimes. What should I do with my lip? I'm going to use a brown liner. We're going to wrap this up. I said 2 hours minimum. I'm not tired yet. I want to be able to do this 3 or 4 days a week because it's the best way I have to reach people and spread the word about narcissists and all the things, but I can't wear myself out. Cannot. Cannot. Too much highlight is no good. This is blush lighter, and it is everything. Wear it. I don't know. For me, see, I don't understand the words too much highlighter. Just kidding. I mean, sparkle, baby, sparkle. Put it on. I'm going to do my nose too in a minute. I didn't, the pink's gorgeous. Remember, that pink is bright. That's a whole different look. I think that looked really good with blonde hair. I've got a ColourPop brown lip pencil because this is where I start every lip, basically. Because I have to draw my lips. You know, years ago, when I first started doing this, I had to completely draw my top lip, but now I've had tattooing done, so I actually have something to follow. Because my top lip is a piece of skin from my lower abdomen. And it's a blessing that it works the way it does and looks the way it does now. I used to be able to talk and do my lip liner, and now I can't do it because there's so much motion in it. They wouldn't move a couple of years ago, and I could just have the whole conversation and do lip liner. Not possible now. I don't know if Thinty knows that. I don't feel like wearing a lot of lipstick, but I guess I'll put it on. I'm going to do all this makeup and then like walk my dog. The life of content creation. Put on the makeup and put on the makeup, put on your pajamas, go to bed, and go edit some content. But you know what? Now a lot of times I get to go to red carpets. My life is changing a lot, you know? Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm sorry I can't look. I'm looking at my lippy. Amethyst. I think I want to do I was going to do a red lip, but I just don't want to. Love y'all. Thank you for the gift. What color do y'all think we should do? Makeup ladies. What color do you think we should do? See, I don't like the back of my wig. I need to roll it up or something. It needs to be like bumped, like back in the 80s. Do the red. I'm going to do the red. Thank y'all for the encouragement. You had to twist my arm. This is Burn Beauty times Metaluso is an indie brand. She's a friend of mine now. She wasn't a friend when she asked me to do the lipstick collab, but now I moved to California and we know each other because she lives here. And she's this brand owner, and it's called Tonya's Story. And so it's Metaluso times Burn Beauty 2018. It comes in this box like this. It's a vegan brand too. She's actually the lady that developed with Kat Von D when they created this. And it says this too shall pass. And it says Burn Beauty 2018. It says Metaluso loves you. And it's got the magnet. I love this. Oh yeah. The magnet, but I always have to make sure that it's all lined up. You know what I mean? It's like, make it be lined up. Metaluso, Burn Beauty 2018. That's a perfect one. It's a pretty deep red. And the way it's going to wear depends on the way you apply it. I'm going to use a brush because I don't want to do too much. If I really wanted it to be just a crazy red lip, I would have lined it in red, you know? I would have used a red lip liner. But when you use the brown, that's sort of, I call it like my all the time red lip. I think a lot of the young people are like, oh, red lipstick is not cool. And I don't understand. Does not compute. Does not compute. Red lipstick is awesome. A lip pencil would be better, but I guess I'll just go with it. This isn't very big. Thank you. Not the looking beautiful. Maybe I will. Maybe I do want to be red. If you want that, just go for it. And oh, I might gloss. Ooh, I know y'all are going to wear red lipstick for the holidays. I know it. And if you are, I would like everybody being like, I'm wearing Tonya's Story. It supports survivors of domestic violence. It does, because she donates to Face Forward International, which is the nonprofit that brought me to LA and reconstructed my nose. I didn't have nostrils last year, this time. I didn't have nostrils for 5 years? From December of 2018 to January of 2024, I did not have nostrils. Like you were looking right into my nose. And I still did makeup. I still did shows, and I felt really pretty. Because I had shed the weight of some of the things that I tell myself, some of the judgment that I had on myself. So I shed the weight of that, and I felt beautiful, and I think that's why it came to me, that the opportunity to have my nose reconstructed, you know? Like, it's a once in a lifetime. It's like winning the lottery to get to come here with Face Forward, because they can only help so many people every year. And this is, like the top plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills that nobody talks about because you don't want to talk about him. He's doing like the stars and stuff. He's so cool. Such a kind man. So duh, you are beautiful. I think am I going to do a glossy red lip? Am I going to be like crazy? No, my lip is crooked. Why didn't y'all tell me? That's the hard part of having the lips like this. It's like you decide what your lip looks like today. You decide what kind of lips you have. This red lipstick is Tonya's Story by Metaluso. And I'm probably going to put gloss on it because I feel it coming for this look. By Metaluso. It's actually Burn Beauty 2018. I'm going to tag it in my community. I hope you have subscribed because we're coming to the end. I also hope that you listen, because scattered throughout this makeup with some of the red flags, the main one is your intuition though. Your intuition is going to be screaming at you that something is wrong. And you need discernment to believe it. We all have intuition. And then as we grow and heal and age, we gain discernment. And we have to trust it. That means I know that you did this to me. How in the world would I believe that that's an accident? That means you believe it, because that's what I didn't have. After it happened, this man was like, he was even stealing my pain medicine after I got home. I couldn't give myself pain medicine. I forgot to contour my nose. I couldn't give myself pain medicine because I had a feeding tube, right? I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't anything. I almost died, right? And I was learning to do everything again, even, walk, talk, whatever. He was stealing my pain medicine. And then it was years later, it was until 2023 that I learned he had been on meth and heroin. I think he said he got on the heroin when he couldn't get any more pills, but I don't believe that. I think he was on the heroin the whole time. I know when he started doing meth because I remember he told me a story about, I caught a couple of guys at the office doing meth, like a couple of employees, fired them. And I thought it was so weird because it was like out of place. I didn't care. Like, what did it matter? Okay, you fired them. They only worked here for a minute. What's the big deal? When they tell you things like that, they're actually telling on themselves. So if they say, hey, my friend cheated on his girl last night or something, I can't believe it, then they just cheated on you. Trust and believe it's true every time. Every time it's true. And stealing my pain medicine, not really taking care of me. He was criticizing me. I sometimes I have a reaction where I think I smell smoke. It's like some kind of PTSD thing. I'll think the house is on fire. It happened the other night here. I was so panicked. And when it happens, I start to be able to see the smoke, like I see the haze. And I smell the smoke and I get so scared that the house is on fire and I don't know what it is, okay? Somebody else, another survivor told me it happens to her. If we talk about it, we learn that it's not so crazy. But basically, he told me, you really need to get more medication. And this is me, like in a wheelchair. I'm down, I'm out. And he's just insulting me. They're evil. They're evil. Thank you for subscribing. That means the world to me. If y'all would subscribe, come back around. I think that means you'll get a notification when I go live. Because I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm not going away. Oh my God. She gave little tiny hair clips came with the mini kit. Oh, look. I don't remember this. Little tiny hair clips with the little tiny sponges in the little tiny Huda case. Oh my God. I'm going to put the little tiny sponge on my finger and put some powder. I'm like a child sometimes. Don't worry. This is the 10-year-old in me. That's like, oh my gosh. That's when I first learned to do makeup. That's the 10-year-old. That's like, play with it. Have fun. If you're not having fun with it, don't bother doing it. Life is too short, you know? Don't do anything that makes you unhappy. And you should trust your discernment, please. When that nagging thing tells you that he's lying to you, he or she is lying to you, or that things don't add up, they don't. They don't. And there's no need to reason through it. You're not crazy. It's gaslighting. It's narcissism. It's abuse. It is not just being mistreated. It's not just being lied to. It is abuse, period. And it can lead to something like what happened to me, because I wasn't being beat up for 15 years, okay? I was not being beat up. Nothing. I was being beat up emotionally, for sure, but not physically. And I would have never thought that he would harm me. Even after it happened, Even now, it's sometimes hard for me to believe that that man that I did everything for 15 years could actually do that. It's still hard to believe because I'm a good person. And it's hard for me to understand how somebody could do that. Never would I ever. Patrick, what's his name? One Size Beauty powder melt, because I just put that powder there. I should have used the Huda Easy Bake, but I forgot. I have a mini. I don't have a real Easy Bake. I think I only have a little bitty one. No, yep. Is that Easy Bake? Setting spray, Easy Bake. I can't waste this. I need this for travel. I can't afford it. Can't waste it. Should I put I've been wearing this pinned up. Like I take just a little piece of it and here, and then I pin the back up. Now I've got dents in it. I think I'll put it up. He does need jail time, but I need y'all to know that he's out there and people like him are out there. I need everyone to know because I think that the next time he harms someone, they're not going to make it because he's harmed someone in college. I don't know the whole story because they don't put all that information out because it was an essay. It was an essay case, right? So I don't know everything that happened, but I know I'm pinning it up whether y'all like it or not. Whether it looks right or not. I'm getting ready to walk my dog. It's in LA. You got to get ready to walk your dog in LA. I can't even get it. I can't see to do it. I have dexterity issues, so bear with me. It's just going to be, I'll fix it in a minute, okay? Next time the lady's not going to make it. I wish I could find the lady that he harmed in college so I could know what even happened, you know? But it says she was physically unable to resist, which means she's like either just like roofied or sleeping or something. That's what it means. So that's how horrible a man this is. And I always say I slept with my only enemy for 15 years, actually longer. I came home from the hospital after my only enemy set me on fire, and I was still with him, depending on him to take care of me. And I don't know why he didn't finish me off. He did things like give me laxatives in my feeding tube, like massive amounts of them, and then put me to bed, and I wake up in my own excrement. Thank you, Lioness. He was never charged. He was never questioned to begin with. The night it happened, they closed the case within 8 hours. I was in a coma. And when I woke up, he was telling me about the accident, quote unquote. I remembered some of it. And then I thought I remembered everything. But what I was really remembering was the stuff he was telling me as I was coming out of the coma. So it took several years for me to understand that he did it on purpose, even though, again, I should have immediately known that. It's just the years of narcissistic abuse, okay? That's why I want to talk about it. It's the years of narcissistic abuse programming, because without that, you would immediately know. And even if you didn't immediately know, I'm going to give up. I can't do it with my fingers right now. So even if you didn't immediately know, you would come to the realization pretty quickly. I mean, when I realized he's stealing my pain meds. There was one time he stole my pain meds, and this is how I found out. I had a surgery, and so, I go to the hospital, stay, come home, and I don't have any pain medicine. And they don't give you extra. They know how much you have. You're taking massive amounts of opiates. So, yeah. So when I asked them to reopen that case, it wasn't until 2024. And nothing has happened. Right now, I'm only concerned about how I'm going to survive, pay my bills, and then once I get that straightened out, maybe I'll approach it more. I don't think I have to do much. This is a mess. I don't think I have to do much because karma will come for him. Karma will come. I'll fix my hair later. Y'all just got to deal with it. Hair is not my thing. But I like it back. Just got to do something. I got to wash my wig. So yeah, that's the way it is. He's free. Walking free anyway. He doesn't have a conscience. I believe him to be a pure sociopath. He doesn't ever feel bad about anything he's done. And maybe if I keep the heat on him, he won't hurt anybody else. Maybe if I keep shouting it from the rooftop, if he does something to somebody now, they're definitely going to know he did it on purpose, you know? Maybe that's what'll happen. Maybe I can keep it from happening to somebody else because I'm telling her right now, if you're with him, you need to run, you know? I like it pinned up too. I like it down when it's styled, but it's not styled. Oh, I smudged my lipstick and I didn't even know it because I can't see. When this happens, get you a thing and some makeup. This is by Prada's Beauty. I think it's just micellar water. It might be a little bit heavier. It's makeup remover. Put it on a pointy thing. And with the lightness, just dab it off. It's just makeup. The world won't end. Yeah, I like it up. I got to do something with the ends and the back. It's cute, though. It's cute. Definitely cute. I love y'all. Yeah, doesn't it look youthful? That's what I think. It looks youthful, and I feel youthful. That's not the right brush. So I hope y'all will watch it. If you're watching it as a replay, you know, I hope you love makeup, and I hope you're also listening and putting some things in the back of your mind. Don't let anybody treat you this way. I realize that if you're in this situation, it's not easy to walk away. I don't know if I could have walked away. I mean, until this happened, you know, until something major happened. So the only way I know that you're going to be able to do it is to tell someone, talk to someone, talk to a friend. You might not even have a friend left in the world. You might not have a friend left in the world if you've been with a narcissist long enough, but I guarantee you, if you call them up and tell them what's happening and ask for help, they will help you. And if they don't, call a domestic violence organization. This is domestic violence. Narcissistic abuse is domestic violence. You are being harmed and you could really not make it. Thank y'all for the gifts. Today's been absolutely amazing. Thank you, moderators. I know I always go over time, but I get emotional about it. This is cute, isn't it? Too bad I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to wash my wig so it's fluffier next time. I think it's cute. And that finish of the One Size setting spray, that powder melt, that's the only spray by One Size I want you to use if you're over 40. Do not get out that On Till Dawn spray because that bad boy's gonna make you look like a desert. Every crack in your face. That's a finishing spray. Don't you take that out. You take out the powder melt, okay? I love y'all. Thank you, everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll take tomorrow off. Friday is Black Friday, so I don't know if I'm gonna come on because I don't know if everybody's busy shopping or what. I'll see how I feel, but I'll always schedule it, and I'll get a regular schedule going here soon. I just need to watch the analytics from the days I've been on and see which days are best. I know Sunday was amazing, and today. I love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and thank you. I will tag everything I used in this look as soon as the live replay post. I hope you subscribe to my channel so you'll get notifications, and you can post all your new Post your looks. You can post pictures on my community page. Post what makeup looks you want. I want it to be engaged. And post questions. If you have questions about narcissistic abuse, post it. That's where I will find it and be able to answer it, okay? All right. I love y'all. And happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Witch's Grave. All right. Y'all got to remember, whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. Love y'all.